Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. Let's continue the MS Excel VBA course tutorial series. Now in this video tutorial, I will explain in Excel using a VBA code how to search records dynamically from an SQL Server database table and display records on an Excel sheet. So let's start the tutorial. Now let's check the final output. I'm entering the employee ID is 4. Let's switch over to our database. The employee ID 4 is Peter. I want to get employee name Peter, email and salary in our Excel sheet. So when I click search, see here we got 4 Peter gmail.com. If I enter 7, click 7. 7 is Ben. Let's check that one. 7 Ben. We got the results here. If I enter 1 here, 1 is Charan. gmail.com, charan@gmail.com and salary is 5,000.
If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates.
For this video tutorial, I am creating a new blank workbook. And here we got our new workbook. The workbook name is a book 1. Now, before writing the coding part, let's connect to my SQL Server Management Studio. I'm connecting to my SQL Server Management Studio. After I connected successfully, let me expand these databases as well as for this example, I'm taking the Charan database. I'm expanding the Charan databases as well as the tables folder of the Charan database. Let me allow to expand this tables folder. Now below, if you notice, these are all the user defined tables. Now for this example, I am taking the employee table. Let's browse the table, right click the mouse, select top 1000 rows. And here we got the results of the employee table. Below section in the preview section, we got the employee table results. Right now we got 9 records in this employee table. Now my aim is, based on the employee ID, I want to get the employee name, email and salary of the particular such employee ID record and display records on the Excel sheet. For that, I am using activex controls with a VBA code. Now first, what I do is I'm selecting some cells and make this background color white. Now inside these cells, the background color white. Now I will add some text box control and one button control. So go to developer. Under developer, in the controls, there is an insert controls option here. Click that one. Now if you notice, there are 2 types of controls, form controls and activex controls. For this example, I am taking activex controls. I require one text box control. So I am selecting one text box control here. And after that, I require one button control. Again, I am taking, this is a command button. Let's place here. Now, let's select that command button, right click the mouse, go to properties. In the caption, I'm changing to, let's add the search. The caption, I'm changing it to search. And after that, let me close this properties. That's it, design part. Now, when I enter any employee ID, for example, here, the employee ID 4, which is a Peter, I want to get the Peter details here, Peter name, email and his salary. I want to display on this worksheet. So select the, let's write the coding part now. Select the button control, double click that one. So now we redirected to the Microsoft Visual Basic for applications. Now in the command button 1, click event. Before writing the coding part, one most important step, we need to add one reference. That reference is the ADO-DB connections. Now in the menu tools, notice there is a tools option here. Click that one. In the tools, there is a references. Click that one. And here we need to find Microsoft. Yeah, here it is. Microsoft ActiveX Data Objects 2.0 library. Select the checkbox. Once we got the tick mark in the checkbox, which means it's selected, click OK. Now, the coding part here, I'm declaring 3 objects, dim, con as ADO-DB.connection. And after that, the next object for the record set, rs as ADODB.recordset. Now the third one I require for the data source connection string dim SQL con as string. After adding these three objects, now we need to we require our SQL Server connection string. SQL con is equals to provider is equals to provider is SQL OLEDB colon double quotes ampersand space underscore. So I can add the code in the new line. Then the next parameter is a data source. Make sure it's a case sensitive data and source. S is capital of every first letter. Data source is here, the data source name is our SQL Server name. Let's grab our SQL Server name. The Object Explorer, there is a plug button, click that one. Here we got our server name. Let's copy this one, the highlighted thing, cancel, switch over to our coding part. Let's paste the thing which is the server name, colon double quotes space ampersand space again give underscore. Now after that, adding the data source, now we require the initial catalog. Initial catalog is equals to, the initial catalog is our database name. Here the database name is a Charan database. In this Charan database, I want to search the employee table, the records. So let's add our database name is Charan colon, let's close the double quotes, ampersand space underscore. Now integrated security is equals to SSPI. That's it. We require these four parameters: provider, data source, initial catalog, and integrated security. Now after adding the data source, the connection string, we need to open the ADODB connection. For that, set con is equals to new ADODB.connection, then con.open method. Notice that once I click space bar, it's asking me to add the connection string. Our connection string is SQL con. Let's add that one. After open the connection string, we need to execute the query. For that, I'm using the Recordset. rs is equals to con.execute method. Execute method, select, start from, the table name is the employee table. Let's add that one here. Employee where empid is equals to, let's close with double quotes, ampersand space double quotes, let's close with colon, close the execute method. Now between this double quote, between this ampersand, I am adding our text box ID, textbox1.value. The employee ID we are entering in the text box only. So here I am adding the text box ID. After that, once we execute the statement, I want to display records on our Excel sheet. So if not rs.end of file, then let's close this and if let's add sheets, we need to add the index of the sheet. Index of the sheet is 1. Sheet 1 is the 1. If you have sheet 2, that is index number is 2. But simply I'm adding our sheet name in the double quotes. Then sheets range is I want to display records, the cell name I'm selecting E7 is on where the records I want to display. E7 dot copy from Recordset rs. That's it. Now let's close the Recordset. That's it. We have done the complete coding part. Now switch over to our Excel sheet. Make sure we have used the ActiveX objects. If I'm placing the cursor on the text box, notice here the cursor is showing the arrow marks here, which means it's in the design mode. So controls the design mode, unselect that one. Now it's unselected. Now I can enter the values here. Now let's check the final output. I'm entering the employee ID is 4. Let's switch over to our database. The employee ID 4 is Peter. I want to get employee name Peter, email and salary in our Excel sheet. So when I click search, see here we got 4 Peter gmail.com. If I enter 7, click 7, 7 is Ben. Let's check that one. 7 Ben, we got the results here. If I enter 1 here, 1 is Charan, gmail.com, Charan at gmail.com and salary is 5,000. That's it. In this video tutorial, I have explained how to search records dynamically from an SQL Server database using a VBA code with ActiveX controls. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. Please subscribe, share and leave your valuable comment. We'll catch you in my next video tutorial.